This is how an ex-wife comes to pick up her kids from the father's house. Okay, well that's certainly not a good way to start off.
What is all this? What is all this?
By the looks of it, she seems to still be mad at him. However, you don't act like that in front of your kids. You know, if you want to have an issue with him and not be happy with him, that's fine. Do we see how unhappy her kids looked? No, hi, mummy. Their body language when they saw her was very telling, so sad. I feel bad for the kids because quite clearly mummy and daddy aren't getting along. However, surely as parents, you would try to hide that from your children. Kids know when something's going on, they're not stupid. And if they're at their dad's house and you come knocking on the door and start kicking stuff around, they're going to be thinking, oh god, not another day with her. Those poor kids, I'm sure it wasn't a pleasant drive home. If she's acting like that in the house, much was she's like in the car. I think we've all had an experience where, you know, our mum isn't having a good day, saying that means we're not having a good day. And they're going to be going through that. Like, I am actually quite shocked the fact that she's kicking stuff in front of them. It nearly hit him at one point. She got arrested, video from the same page as the original. Okay, so Reddit's saying that she got arrested. And by the looks of it, she did. So did she literally just turn up there unannounced? Like, she was knocking on the door, kicking stuff around, and then walked in. Did she, like, starting the husband? I mean, either way, I can't say I'm too mad about it. You know, she deserves it. Quite clearly, the dad seen the way she was behaving, and he was like, yep, not today, police, go arrest her. I thought he was leaning for a kiss.
You have to take your seat.
Oh, we all seen that, didn't we?
Standby once again from Funny. Captain speaking, I kindly ask you to remain.
Oh, okay, so I'm gonna have to blur this.
Yes, thank you.
For obvious reasons. I went a bit further than the kiss.
Right, get off each other. Get off each other. Get off it. Please. Right, let go.
Oh my god, the bellies are out as well. Lots of bellies and booze, but it looks of it. Like, why would you ever let yourself get into such a state like that you physically have to fight somebody in a plane? And now they're getting kicked off and they're gonna hold up the plane. And there's children in the background. But can we talk about at the beginning how I thought they were literally gonna go in for a kiss? Like, we all seen that, didn't we?
You have to take your seat.
Look at that! He literally went in for a kiss. I swear to God he went in for a kiss, and maybe that's why they started fighting, because he was annoyed he didn't get a kiss back. Idiot was slapping him, hoping for a reaction. Then when he realised he wasn't getting one, he just went off. Maybe he's just angry that his kiss got denied. When we watch these videos, I always joke about them turning from enemies into lovers. That nearly happened. Definitely looks like alcohol was involved. I think Ryanair is a preferred airline for football hooligans. It doesn't matter what type of airline the person's on, you know, drunks are gonna fight. And it makes people ask the question, should alcohol be banned in planes? There's two people who drink alcohol in planes, you know, the good people and bad people. People who know when to stop and people who don't know when to stop. There also is bars in airports, so maybe they should do a rule where you're only allowed like 1 or 2 pints before you get onto a plane. I mean, them two got kicked off it, and who knows, maybe they'll end up sharing a hotel room. Woman with her kids and dog freaks out at Southwest Airlines counter, drops the N-word in front of kids.
Firm, do not come at me like that. Don't say first of all. I am freaking out right now. Look, I have 2 small children.
Okay, so she's saying don't come at me when they're literally just stood there staring at you. And he also wants to bet the reason she's not getting onto the flight is because she's late.
I have a dog. Look, hey. No, look, ma'am. I have 2 small children and a dog, and my child came here for a very important surgery that he couldn't have. I really need help.
Well, don't scream at the airline workers then.
Go ahead and be a...
Oh, there you go. Oh. Oh, wow, the true her really jumped out. Yeah, you're not getting onto that flight and hopefully banned from that airline and airport.
I need to get on my flight. I work at a law firm.
Okay, so she's talking about how she apparently works at a law firm as well. Yeah, because using language like that's gonna make you keep a job. I don't know why she isn't getting onto the flight. Maybe she was late, maybe she was arguing with people. She does seem like a very agitated person. I can understand if you're stressed, if you got 2 young kids, a dog, and you're not getting onto the airplane, but your son needs surgery. However, whose fault is it? You know, why aren't you getting onto that? Obviously, there's a reason. Is it maybe an airline where you can't have dogs on it? Were you late? You know, is it because of the way you're behaving? You don't not get put onto an airplane for no reason. There's always a solid reason why. Don't effing come at me like that and I really need your help are two very diametrically opposed sentences. I was gonna say it's funny, but it's really not whenever she snapped and we basically seen her true colors. She was acting all sweet and innocent, you know, like, oh, I need your help, and then she just turned around and said the most horrible racism ever. There's been many times whenever I've been stressed, however, I don't turn to language like that. But thank God it was caught on camera, so it means then they can use it against her. And it never works. If you're trying to sweet talk your way into a good situation, anger like this never works, let alone dropping the N-bomb on camera in front of your kids. But even thinking short term, being self-deprecating, kind and friendly is always the best approach. Yelling and acting up in the airport is literally the worst approach. You'll get arrested and go viral. And also lose her job. She was talking about how she worked in a law firm. Not for long. If they see videos like that, they're going to be thinking, yeah, there's no way this woman's going to be able to represent us. I work at a law firm, probably not for long. That's what I'm saying, you know, like she might currently work at one, but she won't be in a few days. Think you can bully kids, Karen? This just happened today and I can't believe I witnessed this. My husband, kids and I are at a really nice hotel. My family along with a few other families were enjoying the pool, hot tub and separate water slide. Everyone was really well behaved, no screaming kids or acting rowdy. This is the perfect situation for a Karen. Everyone's behaving well, everyone's happy, everyone's got along. She's gonna come in and ruin it all. Two boys around 8 or 9 years old decided to step into the hot tub. There was no one in there and they were being careful and taking their time to get in. Then came Karen, who'd been drying off and putting on a robe. Karen is about 65 to 70 years old, short grey hair, tall and thin. I literally love how she basically is a stereotypical view of a Karen. She's missing a bit of blonde and a bob. However, how I imagine a Karen to look is how she looks probably. Karen goes up to one of the boys and starts telling him off and demand that he gets out right away. I didn't hear everything she was saying at first, but it caught my attention when she was wagging her finger at the poor boy who'd been minding his own business. It was when I heard her to tell him to get out, I looked at my husband across the pool. Without a word exchange between us, we started heading towards the stairs to exit the pool. As we were moving, Karen starts in on the other boy who was just sitting in the side with his feet in. Boy leaves obviously upset and heads to his mum. Karen moves back to her seat beside the pool and continues to dry off with a smug look in her ugly face. She didn't even want to use the hot tub. Cue pettiness. Without even talking to each other, a bunch of us adults yell out for our kids and we filled the hot tub, including inviting the boys she just bullied back into the hot tub with us. In fact, there were more kids than adults. The adults stared at Karen and basically dared her to say anything. She got really uncomfortable and grabbed her stuff and her husband and left. If they were being rowdy or unsafe, then I can understand wanting to step in. But she was just being nasty to kids for no reason. I got to talk to their mum and them, and they were really sweet boys just trying to enjoy their vacation. I'm glad we got them some hot tub time. I have noticed that some Karens are kind of like cats. Now, I'm a massive lover of cats. I don't hate cats. However, have you ever been out and you've seen a cat and it looks really friendly and you go over and try to stroke it and then it just tries to bite you or hisses at you? That's what Karens are like. You know, a lot of times they look very, very lovely. Actually, do they? I'm not too sure about that one. But you know, they look like sweet old women, then whenever they open their mouths, it's the complete opposite. She was totally inappropriate and should have minded her own business, but I might know why. Like, a few kids and adults have died from the heat of the hot tub, and news organisations said for a while to not let kids in hot tubs. A lot of hotels made rules in response to that to cover their asses. This might have been related to one or both of those things. I understand what you're saying, however, I don't think the way she's acting was out of the care of her heart. If she went up and maybe said to them, you know, guys, be careful in there, you know, bad stuff have happened to people, I don't want you guys get injured, that's understandable. Or, you know, even go and let the parents know. But by the sounds of it, the kids were literally sat in the hot tub. One wasn't even properly sat in it, and she just got them to get out. She just seemed like she was being nasty for the sake of being nasty.
Might want to think twice, lady.
I'm on the board here.
You might want to
she's
think
on the
twice
board
before you touch my private property. Step away from my sign. Step away from my sign.
That's fine. I'll take a picture of you.
Bam.
Thank you very much.
Okay,
I'd
so
like
she's
to
a
be
Karen,
sure
but I
know
low-key
who
like her
put the
style.
sign here.
It's in your best interest.
Yep. Step away.
Just letting you know.
Follow his advice.
Keep doing this.
That's fine. I'll just take a picture of you with the sign.
That's fine. The police have already been here several times.
Put it up there. It'll be good to know.
Yeah, and you're the one who started taking my sign down, too, on video.
Because
You're a member of the board, and you're taking my sign down.
I wonder what the
Why did
sign
you put it
says.
That's none of your business. If you could have asked me ahead of time, I'd have had a cordial conversation with you, but you came up here and took it upon yourself to remove my sign.
Why did you use the bad language?
It's none of your business, ma'am. I would have had a cordial conversation with you if you had come up to me and asked me about the sign. But
I
you
didn't know
took
it was your sign.
you took it upon yourself. You took it upon yourself to remove it.
Hello.
Hello.
And who are you?
She's on the board.
Who are you?
Is
I'm
she
with the
though?
news.
Well, why are you even here?
Like I told you, I'm with the news. I'm covering a story right now.
News.
Rabbit Hole News, ma'am.
Well, I'm sorry to know that he used such language.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that someone.
Obviously, a sign has been put up somewhere and that woman isn't happy about it. I want to know what the sign says. Now, if it's inappropriate and it is offensive, I can understand why she'd want to rip it down. However, you're not allowed to do that. If it isn't his property, you can't take it down. Now, you could probably complain to somebody and maybe they can make a decision. However, she is in the wrong because she can't actually rip it off. So the question is, what the hell is written on the sign? I'm gonna guess it probably is something stupid and it probably is something political. Like, it probably isn't too deep. However, for some reason, she just feels the need to rip it down. Liberals always want to squash free speech. Have you ever read a comment in a video and think, where the hell does that come from? See, some people, they're a different species. No matter if there's an HOA or not, she cannot get in his property or touch his property. Any HOA must alert a homeowner for any violation. Also, some HOAs think they can infringe an owner's rights. That last bit is so true because I always see these people who claim to be from the HOA just doing stuff that they don't need to be doing and shouldn't be doing. But then yet again, you know, if the sign is offensive, report it and people will make a decision. But in the end, she is in the wrong. She can't rip it off. I love how, like, she's literally lying there and they're just staring at her. I mean, I can't blame them. So that is obviously some sort of disagreement over a pizza. Maybe she didn't get what she wanted. I'm pretty sure the pizza box was empty. So did she literally go outside, open the pizza box, drop it, and then slip in her ass? I mean, I can't say I feel bad for her.
Karen in Tim Hortons is mad because the staff is Indian and I was walking into the store. She blowed on because the customers are also Indians.
What's the fact?
The fact is that they're all Indians.
Stop being racist.
Why did they all get jobs? And why did Canadians...
Because you guys don't work. That's why we get the jobs.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, now you won't understand anything. Why are you being racist?
I mean, I can't disagree with him. You know, there's a lot of jobs out there and there's a lot of people who don't want to work them. Someone's gonna have to work the job in the end. No lies told, y'all don't want those jobs, so don't complain when others do. I can't blame him. You know, there's a lot of jobs in the UK that white people don't want to work. And let's be completely honest, the reason she isn't happy is because they're not white. Now, if they had the same accent as her, an American accent, then she wouldn't probably be as annoyed. Her big issue is the fact that they are Indian. But then, you know, like, if they weren't there, who would be making your drink for you? Well, anyways, guys, let's leave that video there. That's some Karens. Those seem like a more Karen to me, definitely will. Press the bigger subscribe and see you all tomorrow for another video.